everyone, it's Natalie with the Influence Marketing Platform, and for today's video we're going to talk about how to set up and build a cross-sell campaign using the Influence Marketing Platform. As with any good cross-sell campaign, there are a couple pieces of data that you're going to need to know first, and depending on how you run your business, there are different places that data might live. So what you'll look for here first is product. So you need to know what someone has already purchased before you can recommend something that is similar that they might also like in that cross-sell purchase. The second thing that you'll need to know is what you want to offer as the cross-sell item. So let's take a look at how we might set that up in Influence. First things first, you're going to want to create a custom field to categorize the product that they've already purchased. In this case, it's going to be simple. We'll just set up a custom field here. In this case, we've called it products. It's just going to be a text-based field, and we can kind of fill this a couple different ways. It can come from maybe an e-commerce store. If we're B2B, maybe it comes from our CRM system, or maybe it's something that just we're updating manually depending on how big or how complex our business is. Once we know what someone's already purchased, we're going to use content blocks to create different versions of what we want to offer as a cross-sell. Here again, it's great to use your sales data, whether that's from e-commerce or from your CRM system, to really think through if somebody buys product A, what are they also most likely to buy? And then you can build out some different types of items to offer as recommendations. So here we're going to move into content blocks, and what we'll do is we'll just create a content block. If you were going to work here, you would create a new one. I've already built a couple for us, and you'll want to create a content block for each type of cross-sell that you might offer. So in this case here, we're going to look at a plant store. So we're going to try to serve up 3 similar options based on the product that someone has already purchased. So in this case, all we're going to do is plug in the images, and I'll show you what this looks like in the email. So here's option A, and then we'll create a couple other options. Option B, for example, we might want to look at here, and option A, we might want to look at there. So here we've got some different types of options, and we're going to base this off of what they've already purchased. Next up, once we create this content block, we want to be sure that we're saving it at the level of content fields. So now we're going to come into content fields, and we're going to set 3 as our cross-sell block. From there, the next thing we want to do is make sure that we're assigning these to individuals based on what they purchase. So we'll do that either in a bulk update or at the contact level, depending on how you want to operate things. Let's move into the email itself. Once we actually start to build this email, and for this example, it's our fake Euphoria plant shop, you'll see that we've got variables here. Custom 03 is the product that they've purchased. So we're going to let this person know, hey, if you loved this product that you purchased, of course, we're going to use a fallback variable just in case things get funny. Then we're going to show them that we're serving up this additional type of option. So here you'll see we've inserted content 03, and that's going to allow us to pull that pre-built content block that we already have created. And custom 03 is going to be what the product is itself. So sometimes with these, it's a little bit easier to see what they look like when you do a preview. So I'm going to move us into the next step here, and we'll take a look at how this email would populate, first of all, for me. So we'll type in myself. And you'll see that I've got echinacea set as my product, and so I'm going to get served up these options for coleus. So it's just going to show the 3 tiles that you've got here. If you wanted to get fancy and do a direct link to each of these products in your e-commerce shop, you could definitely do that. If you're B2B, you can use something that's a little bit more suggestive. And of course, we'll add our call to action here to take them directly to the cart to purchase more. And then if we were maybe someone else, so we'll take a look at another record and see what that looks like here, just so we can watch how those variables will populate. You'll see that Joe, who bought the Black-Eyed Susan, is getting served up a couple of different coneflower options. So the 2 most complicated pieces of running a campaign like this, of course, is just having a way to sync in what data is related to the product purchase, and then knowing from previous sales data what's the most likely thing you want to cross-sell or upsell. And once you have those 2 data points, setting up a campaign where you can personalize the content based on a previous purchase gets pretty simple from there. Good luck to you and have a great day.